the good thing about the torque assistance, and this is a point which I'd really like to make relevant to me and maybe to a lot of people and not to others, but a simple hub drive is still a really good choice. You know, they're robust. They've got their issues with breaking spokes and stuff, but they're simple, especially if it's just a simple cadence sensor. You know, they're big enough to not have the heating problems, and for most of the time you don't need any more than a hub drive, in my not so humble opinion these days. But what I like about the mid-drive is the reward for effort. Well, for the torque sensing mid-drive anyway. And the way they've set it up now, I can't ghost pedal. I've got to pedal. I've got to put pressure on the pedals, or I get nothing. And we'll just demonstrate that point now. I'll slack off, and I'm going down. Back pedal a bit so they get set to 0. Nothing. But as soon as I put pressure on the pedals, away we go. So at least with most of the torque sensors, most of the cadence sensing motors, hub drives or mid drives that I've experienced, you can just ghost pedal. You can just turn the pedals whatever speed you want, and the motor will do what the motor will do. But with the torque sensing, the sensor say, nah, you're not working. If you're not working, you don't want power. If you don't want power, I'll stop. And it does that in an instant. So it makes the need for brake sensors a bit of a moot point. Might be marginally better. Possibly a shifter sensor would be a good thing, unless they really fine tune it, because you've probably heard me do a couple of really crappy gear changes through my huff and puff videos. And yeah, so yeah, hub drives are good. For me, torque sensing mid drive is better. This motor is kind of where I was wanting. This motor with this firmware is where I was wanting the motor to be when I bought it off the shelf.